Good morning, students. Now, today we will continue the chapter that is weather and climate. So, we will read about factors affecting climate. What are the factors which affect climate? Important factors that affect the day to day weather conditions and long term climate are: first, distance from the equator; second, altitude or height of a place; third, distance from the sea; fourth, ocean currents and wind; and the last one, natural vegetation and soil. So, first, distance from the equator. As already you have read in social science, the equator is the line passing through the center of the earth. You can see here equator is 0 degree, which is passing through the center of the earth, and the distance from this equator, it also affects the climate. The climate of a place gets colder as we move away from the equator, because the areas around the equator it receives direct sunlight. Directly the sun rays falls on the equator, and as we move from the equator towards north or towards south pole, the, the temperature becomes less, and at equator the temperature is more. The sun rays travel a longer distance through the atmosphere to reach the surface of the earth at the poles. See here, the sun rays directly falls on the equator, but as we move towards the poles, then the sun rays have to cover a longer distance. That's why the temperature becomes less in comparison to the equator at the poles. As a result, there is hot and humid climate in places between the Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degree north and Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degree south latitudes. See here, after equator, if we move towards the north, then there is Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north, and if we move towards the south, then the line is known as Tropic of Capricorn, and it is 23.5 degree north. Sorry, it should be south, 23.5 degree south. It is written wrong here, 23.5 degree south. In addition, the presence of ice and snow nearer the poles reflects the solar energy, also contributing to the cold, because the ice which is present at the poles or near the poles, it reflects the solar energy, and so the poles are colder. Second point is altitude, which means height of a place. Temperature of a place decreases with increasing altitude. That means if we go to the mountain, then the temperature decreases. If any one of you have gone to the hilly areas, then you have experienced it. The temperature usually decreases by 1 degree Celsius for every 100 meters in altitude. As we move 100 meters above, the temperature decreases by 1 degree Celsius. This is why, even though certain elevated places like Mount Kilimanjaro are near the equator, they remain snow covered. It is near the equator. Equator is warm, but because its height is more, so it is covered with snow throughout the year. Mountainous regions generally remain cold throughout the year, irrespective of their geographical location. Where it is located, it doesn't matter. If it is greater in height, then it will remain cold throughout the year. Third is distance from the sea. Climate of two places in similar latitudes and altitudes could vary depending on their distance with the ocean or the sea. What is the distance of the area from the ocean? It also matters. Water bodies heat up and cool down much more slowly than land. Land heat up fastly and also cools down fastly in comparison to the water bodies. Hence, coastal areas means the area, the places which is near to the sea, ocean. It is known as coastal area. It is tend to be cooler in summer and warmer in winter than places inland. Glasgow, for example, is at a similar latitude to Moscow but is much milder in winter because it is nearer to the coast than Moscow. This is the example, one of the example. Fourth is ocean currents and wind. Ocean currents means the currents, the flow which is develops near the ocean, the blowing of the wind. Both ocean currents and winds affect temperature of a place by transporting their heat or coldness into adjacent region. Adjacent region, the region which is nearer to it. For example, Gulf Stream is a warm ocean current that keeps Britain warmer and wetter than other places in continental Europe. And on the other hand, Canada remains frozen for several months because it is washed by cold currents such as the cold Labrador currents. Do you know the thick foliage of the Amazon jungle cuts off much of the sun, and in many places sunlight never reaches the ground? One can still find vast areas of unexplored forest here. That means the sun cannot reach the ground because it is the forest, the jungle is too much packed and it does not allow rays to reach the ground. So vast area of unexplored forest is there. You can see here the cold and warm ocean current. Current is shown by the arrows, and from different areas near the sea the wind is blowing and arrow is donating the blowing wind. Next is natural vegetation and soil. Dense vegetation and forestry contributes hugely to bring down the temperature of a particular place. If the vegetation is dense means बहुत घना, then this forest it contributes hugely to bring down the temperature of a particular place. During the daytime, trees lose water so that the air above is cooled. Because it lose water, so during daytime if we are near the trees, then we feel colder there. This also raises relative humidity of the area and contributes to increased precipitation, and so the rain is more there because it raises the humidity. Wet soils like clay retain much moisture and warm up or cool down more slowly, making a difference in the temperature of a place. So, these are the five factors on which the climate depends: distance from the equator, altitude or height of a place, distance from the sea, ocean currents and wind, and the last one, natural vegetation and soil.